Smart gardens, indoor gardening, growing your own food at home. These are all things that with age I became more interested in. Since living in a dense part of the city without a chance of having your own dedicated outdoor garden and having no balcony connected to my apartment, growing your veggies indoor is the only viable solution. So after searching through a couple of different manufacturers for different indoor smart garden options, I decided to go with the Click & Grow 9. And this video is a compilation of my first 6 weeks with the whole system. What is included in the package? How is it actually working? What do you need? Is it easy enough? And above all, is this viable and fun enough to warrant the initial costs as well as the dedication needed to actually maintain it? But let's begin when the package actually arrived at my doorstep. The first question you could ask yourself is, why go for the Click & Grow with 9 pots instead of the one with 3 pots? Well, with only 3 plants growing at the same time, I wasn't sure if this is actually a thing that makes sense. The rough growing time of the plants is 4 weeks give and take, so getting only 3 plants every 4 weeks sounded rather tedious, and eating more healthy during a week with your own grown plants, I think it's a better plan. So I decided to get a 9 plant variant. Growing 3 times as much makes it more viable, not only in terms of money spent, but also variation and, simply said, fun. So what is included in the Click & Grow 9 package? 1 smart garden set. This includes the garden itself. You get the LED lamp to put on top, and you get a mix of the best-selling smart seeds. In this case it's, well, salad, basil and yellow tomatoes. Yellow? Yeah, I don't know. I think they're out of red tomatoes. Building this thing is pretty easy and you cannot make any mistakes. Just follow the instructions on the pieces themselves and assemble it from top to bottom. When finished, you need to open the lids of the containers, add in the appropriate smart soil that already includes all the seeds as well as the nutrients necessary for the plants to grow. Insert them, close the plastic lid and add the dome on top to create a greenhouse effect until the seeds topple against the dome. When finished, all that's left to do is fill in the water until the swimmer is at the same level as the upper deck. The container itself can hold up to a month of water supply until you have to refill it. We'll see if this is good or if an earlier change is actually necessary due to the water being stale since there is no movement. So when finished, all that's left is placing the complete smart garden system to its designated place, and as soon as you connect it to your power supply, it starts its 16 hours lights on cycle and then switches off for 8 hours. So if you want to sleep, make sure to start it in the morning when you're actually waking up, to have the lights off at night when you are actually going to bed. I am looking forward to seeing the next steps in growth and what's happening. So see you in a bit when it's time for the first updates, and there's actually some more stuff to talk about. First update after 7 days of growth. All of the pots started growing except one of the basil pots. After 4 days I tried to make a bit of room inside the pot for the flower to get more sunlight, but since then actually nothing happened. I'll give it 1 more day, and if nothing happens then I will change the pot with one of the Roman lettuces ones that I bought as the next ones I actually want to plant. I'm quite surprised at how fast the basil is growing. I'll give it another 2 days until it reaches the dome, then it is time to take it off and let them grow freely. As you can see, I have the smart garden placed smack dab in the middle of my studio, and so far the 16 hours light on and 8 hours off cycle is nothing I can complain about. It times perfectly so that at 12 in the evening it shuts off right at my normal sleeping time, and it starts again when I'm getting up at 8. It could be a great wake up light if the on and off cycle would be more gracious and not so directly hitting. Other than that, I like it very much, and I'm constantly looking to see if there's something new happening or if there's anything I need to do, but so far everything works very well, very smart and very easy. See you probably tomorrow when I change the basil pot, or in 7 days when I make the next update to the growth. Hey, update after week 2. The newly planted romaine salad grows very well, faster than the other variants. Everything else made quite a rapid jump from last week, especially the salad and the tomatoes are beginning to grow in every direction. This is contrary to what I've read online. Everyone on there said that the basil would sprout like crazy. Mine is actually the slowest. To actually see the growth, I've been away for 1.5 days and they've really grown, not only in size but also in width since then. I have 3 domes left that I will take off sometime this week as soon as they touch the dome. Water-wise, I did not have to add anything in yet. It looks like I still have enough water for 2 weeks or so. I feel like a small dad watching his children actually grow up. It's a weirdly sentimental feeling. And it's among the first things I do in the morning, standing there still half asleep, seeing what actually happened overnight. The only thing I noticed are some small flies that are interested in sitting there. I guess this comes from still standing water and the nutritional soil used for the plants. Well, we'll see if this becomes anything annoying or a problem, but right now it is fine. So, see you again in 7 days when there is more to see and more to tell. Update after week 3, now they are growing. The salad has tripled in size and is growing rapidly each day. The newly planted romaine salad also grows well and seems to be very healthy. I still have some small flies bathing in the artificial sunlight, sitting near the plants, but I haven't seen any growth in the population, so I'm fine with them. Update on the tomatoes, most of them look very healthy, except the one on the front. It seems to me that there aren't enough nutrition inside the pot to sustain all the leaves. I think I have to trim some of them to let the other ones grow more. Other than that, they look healthy and I'm hoping to see them blossom in the near future. And lastly, the basil is still the slowest grower, even though now I can actually see that it is basil. When touching the plants, they feel healthy and since last week they feel actually stronger. I'm not sure if this is due to the placement of the pots. Maybe I'll try shuffling one of them around, seeing if this increases growth over time. So see you again in 7 days or so when I have the next update ready for you and we are in week 4 of the growth cycle. First time that I can maybe actually pick something to eat. We'll see. Whee! Salad explosion. Everything grows very well. I'll give the normal salad another week or so, then I will cut some of them from the outside in to eat my first actually homegrown salad. The tomatoes as well as the basil need at least another 2 to 3 weeks, especially the tomatoes haven't blossomed yet, so I guess this will take some time. The basil is growing fine and I can already smell the nice aroma of basil. I will test one of them very soon. As far as water goes, I think now after 4 weeks it's time to add some fresh new water into the tank so that it lasts for another 4 weeks. See you again in a couple of days when it's time for my first harvest. First comment on the salad. It is really good, especially because it is homegrown. It's a bit softer than I expected, but only in a certain part of the leaf itself. Taste is really well, the taste is good, it tastes like natural salad, and I actually like that very much. The basil itself, I'm going to test now. Okay, the basil is really good. Very, very intense basil taste. I think I'm going to make a bit of pesto out of it. Tomatoes haven't sprouted yet, so I cannot tell you anything about it, but 2 of the 3 things I planted are actually ready to be harvested and eaten. And so much for the taste test. Now let's actually get into eating, and after that I will do a conclusion on the Click and Grow home kit. Conclusion on my first 6 weeks with the Click and Grow 9 system. That was a lot of fun, much more than I expected, especially setting it up and then, well, letting it do its thing. I spent 140 euros on the 9er version, and seeing how much vegetables I will get out of that with the first run of planted seeds and the quality of the plants in terms of density and taste, I will definitely continue using it. I haven't decided yet if I should use the smart seeds that you can buy from Click and Grow directly or use my own soil and seeds, which would be cheaper. But overall, this is a great indoor growing solution for plants, and I'm debating if I should get actually another one to grow even more over time, or even dedicating one 9er variant to a specific plant. If you have any questions regarding the system or indoor gardening, feel free to ask me in the comments and I will try to answer it there. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Leech and I'm off writing the next scripts. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to subscribe to this channel. There are plenty more of this type of content and many other things available for you to watch. Have a great day, see you around, and goodbye.